Lona Musa certified network name episode ka CLS and izawubreaka down ingoma yami ekuthiwa u-Falling ekwi-project yami ethi Are You Entertained? Yeah.
Charlie on the beat.
Well, I can fall in love with you a couple times. Life is always better cause you always mine. Always in my heart, you always on my mind. I said I could fall in love with you a couple times. Life is always better cause you always mine. You always in my heart, you always on my mind. With you in my lap, the sun is always shine. Yeah. So the song wasn't supposed to be on the project. Initially, it was supposed to be a long overdue apology. But then I got ghosted before I actually sent it to the person that I was writing it for, right? So it does signify, like the whole hook of the song does signify some sort of like cognitive dissonance. If I can be honest with you, I would say it's a mixture of being optimistic and pessimistic because I'm telling her I could fall in love with you a couple times when the relationship is shy. See, so there's no relationship, but I'm like, we can do this all over again. But it's like an afterthought. It's more like an oxymoron. Like I'm a optimistic, pessimist type of vibe. Yeah. That's exactly what that was about. Like going back to that part of being a pessimistic optimist. Yeah, it does highlight like the point whereby it's like, okay, I know this is not happening, but as long as I can make a fool out of myself in the pursuit of trying to find a human connection, I'm willing to do that for this instance. So I'll be like nostalgic about the whole thing, even though I know it's shy. It's like, okay, yeah, I get it, but you always mind. It's more like a delusional type of situation. That was the thought process then. That signified the whole thing then, but I don't think it makes a lot of sense now, but I'm just glad I wrote it that way. Right. I said I'm falling in love now. I said I'm falling in love now. I said I'm falling in love now. Yeah. I said I'm falling in love now. Yeah. I said I'm falling. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's real. You were never perfect, but I loved you still. I saw your imperfections and I laid you down. Love is always patient when it's not aligned. Yeah, I think, like personally, I don't want to sound like a philosopher, man, but I do think you cannot find the perfect person. So if you're not willing to forgive and rediscover the same person all over again and try and rediscover, like learn and unlearn certain stuff in order to make shit work, 'cause it's all about the decision at the end of the day. So I think it's really, really important to notice and try and rectify some I would say things that bother you in a relationship, but and actually learn to work with that. Yeah. Fuck, dope questions, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Bro, you gotta understand that you aren't perfect either, right? I mean, it's easy to heal when you're making someone else out as a villain. It's easy to go like, okay, so and so did me wrong, so I can feel good about myself. But the moment you start reflecting on yourself as well, like, oh shit, I'm not perfect either, then that's when like shit hits hard. Because now you have to be responsible for everything. You have to be responsible about how things make you feel, and you have to be also responsible of how you allowed people to make you feel a certain way. So if you're not really patient when things aren't going your way, because that's only a perception. If you're not really into that when things aren't going your way, then bro, playing a losing game. I know you've been going through a lot of shit, past traumas, new dramas, but still flourishing. I'm proud of you for all your transgressions, but kept it moderate. I'm proud of you. I couldn't match up to what you're dealing with, bro. That was a proud moment. That was a proud moment because the song is personal. As I said before, it wasn't supposed to be a record, like it wasn't supposed to be on the record, right? So that was a personal moment. I was so proud of all the struggles that the person that I was writing about has been going through, but how she handles it and how she handles herself through it all, bro, proud moment. And I hope it gets better because she deserves it. Yeah. Bro, it goes back to the self like introspection thingy, right? Because the moment you start pointing fingers every time, then you can't really get to grasp or delve into the idea of knowing that sometimes people do like make the wrong choices, right? For the right decisions. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like you can't say yes and you can't say no at the same time. It's like I can it's like I see that you're going through some shit, right? And you're doing shit that's like detrimental to your health. But me not understanding why you're doing some type of shit or why you're doing that, that would be me being judgmental to the situation, right? So with that philosophy or that ideology behind, that makes it easier to actually balance two stuff on the same coin. Yeah. It doesn't mean don't lay me down when you get tired. It doesn't mean don't count on me when you want number. It doesn't mean your pain is lesser than it was. It doesn't mean you should be harder than before. But you can lay down on me, baby, and you can tell me about the things that set you free, baby. I think that's love, bro. I think that's the whole idea of being in love, being with a person. It's like you get to be the sacrificial lamb. You you get to take all the bad stuff in. You get to take all the bad moments in. And I think that's love. It's not all about the pain, right? It's not all about the bad stuff, but if you can't really do that for your partner, if you can't be that safe haven for a person that you think you love, then I think there might be some work that needs to be done. I'm not a psychologist, by the way. It's because you can't really, I would say, prototype how or usability test of how a person feels. You can't really control how a person grieves. You can't say, since your mom died last week, you can't cry over a dog this week. It doesn't make the pain like less significant than the other. You can't compare pain. So it's like even though you're going through a lot of shit, you can still feel shitty about small stuff as well. Yeah. Look, let me make you dinner while you marinate. Cause I know your body like I know your fate. I know you like it hard and like it intimate. I know you like it when I take my time with it. Watch you salivate when I be in your tummy. You feel it through your spine cause you mind I'm honest. Bro, that was me trying to sound cool. That was that was me trying. I don't want to lie. You see, from that line forward, I was really trying to sound cool, bro. And but the question is dope, though. The question is dope. I was just trying to sound cool. It's like, okay, dinner, marinate. It's my work. So yeah. Can you please repeat that question? I'm trying to.
How do you blend those aspects of intimacy, showing love through both words and actions?
Yeah, that's shit. It's really hard. Bro. To be honest, it's really hard to do that because it's easy to talk about shit and our cognitive skills aren't the same. You feel me? You'll meet a person, right? And they'll have this one thing that's like an ick to you, right? And you think, oh man, that's something that I can like do with my eyes closed. But you don't really know the psychological welfare like behind that. You don't know how they grew up. You don't know their environment. Now you know them. Like now, you're all grown up. in a space where it's like, okay, now we've got like the same skills, we've got the same platform, but the inner child is still there, bro, right? So it's really hard sometimes to have like balance between the words and actions. But I'm not saying that it's supposed to be a journey whereby there aren't any solutions. At the end of the day, there have to be solutions, but it's for me, it's a tough one. Haven't got that idea. Yeah. Bro, sounding cool again. Bro, my dick isn't even that big. My dick isn't that big, bro. It's no, I'm serious. It was, when I wrote it, it was more of a personal reference, but at the same time, it wasn't something that had meaning to it. And I don't wanna make it sound like it's deeper than it is just because you asked me a deep question. I was just trying to be a rapper, bro. Yeah.
Charlie on the beat.